Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. The Lakers general manager was very astute this season and made a great signing that has had an impact on the NBA. Jake LaRavia was an excellent signing made by the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers are off to a solid start to the season. They sit with a 6-2 record through their first 8 games and are coming off arguably their best win of the season against the Portland Trail Blazers. The Lakers played team basketball in every aspect, as they received major contributions from many of their role players. The role players had no choice but to step up, as the Lakers were without Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James. One player who stepped up and has thrived this young season is Lakers forward Jake LaRavia. LaRavia is in his first season in the purple and gold, and thus far, he has looked like a great addition to the team. LaRavia has been a great addition to the Lakers, and they did so by swooping him away from their West rivals, the Sacramento Kings. The Lakers ultimately won the LaRavia sweepstakes, edging out the Kings, who had every intention of re-signing the young forward. Reeves and LaRavia also have a close friendship. That, plus more money, made the choice for Jake easy. Like I reported back in the summer, Kings had zero intention of losing him. They didn't think they were going to. Then the Lakers swooped in. The Lakers appeared to come out of nowhere and steal LaRavia from the Kings. The 24-year-old spent the 2024-25 season with the Kings. He was one of their best picks last season and became a fan favorite. The 6'7" forward brought grit, energy, shooting, and relentless hustle to the Kings last season, and he's bringing all that and more to the Lakers this year. Through 8 games, LaRavia is averaging 12.6 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 3.0 assists and 1.6 steals while shooting 58.5% from the field and 44.4% from 3 on 3.4 attempts per game. LaRavia has played significant minutes thus far out of necessity, averaging 29.6 minutes of action. If he can sustain this level of play all season, his deal could turn out to be one of the biggest bargains in the league, and he could become a key piece for a team with title hopes. LaRavia agreed to a 2-year, $12 million deal this past summer. Lakers' unexpected leader in the locker room is changing the culture. Jake LaRavia is leading by example and changing the way the Lakers view winning. Los Angeles Lakers swingman Jake LaRavia has been a breath of fresh air early in the 2025-26 season. He's competing with vigor on the defensive end of the floor, stepping up as a scorer when the stars are sidelined, and emerging as a reliable source of playmaking. All of that is at least somewhat in line with what Rob Pelinka was hoping LaRavia would do, but his unexpected emergence as a locker room leader is the most encouraging development of all. Los Angeles entered its November 3rd encounter with the Portland Trail Blazers facing the widespread expectation of a lopsided defeat. Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves were all absent, and few expressed faith in the Lakers' ability to overcome adversity. Instead of accepting defeat as an inevitability, 3 Lakers players scored at least 25 points and the purple and gold secured the most unlikely of 123-115 victories. Back-to-back games. Back-to-back wins. According to Kevin Pelton of ESPN, starting center DeAndre Ayton credited LaRavia with creating the next-man-up mentality that fueled Los Angeles' shocking win. "You've got to sit there and blame dudes like Jake LaRavia," Ayton said. "He started all this. You know, next-man-up mentality. Showing up, being on time and approaching the game a different way. JJ has given us opportunities like this when our guys are out and given us the freedom. You've got guys like Jake LaRavia and Nick Smith showing out." LaRavia is only 24 years of age and has a mere 144 games of NBA experience, but he's already setting the standard in the locker room for a contender. DeAndre Ayton credits Jake LaRavia with Lakers' next-man-up mentality. LaRavia's individual quality of play is reason enough to be pleased with the Lakers' decision to sign him. Through 8 games, he's averaging 12.6 points, 5.1 rebounds, 3.0 assists, 1.6 steals, and 1.53 field goals made per game on .585/.444/.565 shooting. LaRavia also stepped up with 27 points in a win over the Minnesota Timberwolves, 25 during a victory against the Miami Heat, and 6 assists against Portland. What Ayton is alluding to, however, goes well beyond the statistics. LaRavia hasn't just stepped up with big performances in a normal situation, but entered the starting lineup and then returned to the second unit without dispute depending on team needs and availability. When he scored 27 points against the Timberwolves, for instance, the Lakers were without Doncic, while his 25 against Miami were scored off the bench with both Doncic and Reeves playing. That adaptability to whatever the situation calls for is exactly what the Lakers desperately needed from their supporting cast. Every scenario will call for something different from both stars and role players, and those who can adapt are typically the most successful. LaRavia seems to be rubbing off on his teammates as a player who's willing to do whatever it takes to win, no matter what the circumstances may be. It's beyond unlikely for a team to land such a significant locker room presence at just $6 million per season, let alone when they're 24 years of age. That's what Los Angeles has found in LaRavia, however, as he's even inspiring veterans to take their respective games to another level. It may not be the development that Lakers fans saw coming, but LaRavia is already earning his place as a significant figure in the rotation and the locker room alike. The LA Lakers are giving LeBron James a definitive answer about his plans for rest of the season. LeBron James remains out with a right-sided sciatica injury that has sidelined him to begin the 2025-26 NBA season. LeBron James has missed the Los Angeles Lakers' first 8 games and he is expected to be back mid-November. James will take things slow with his injury as the 40-year-old won't rush back to action. ESPN's Dave McMenamin reported in early October that LeBron would monitor how the Lakers performed, insinuating he would ask for a trade if they had a bad record. Albert Breer evaluates Cowboys' bad loss to Cardinals. The Los Angeles Lakers look like a contender even without LeBron James. While James sits out, the Lakers have played well and haven't missed a beat. Los Angeles has won 4 games in a row and they sit third in the Western Conference at 6-2. The Lakers have done a superb job of winning despite facing injuries this season. Los Angeles has been without James and Luka Doncic has missed 4 games. However, Austin Reeves has played like an all-star and the Lakers supporting cast has been coming through. Jake LaRavia has been playing well, while Rui Hachimura, 28 points, and DeAndre Ayton, 29 points, are coming off huge performances in a win over the Portland Trail Blazers. LeBron James should feel good about his chances with this Los Angeles Lakers team. It's early in the season, but the Lakers have proven to be a strong team. Doncic is playing at an MVP level, Reeves has been playing like a star and now the Lakers supporting cast is starting to roll. The Lakers do look like an early season contender and if James can come back and give this team a solid 30 to 45 game stretch, they could make a deep run. James was worried that the Lakers weren't good enough and would crumble in his absence, but so far it's been the complete opposite of that. Teams keeping close eye on Austin Reeves' future in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Lakers guard has exploded out of the gates to start the 2025-26 season, averaging 31.1 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 9.3 assists per game while shooting 48.8% from the field and 34.4% from beyond the arc. His rise has turned what once looked like a quiet contract situation into one of the most watched storylines in the NBA. Reeves has the ability to opt out of the final year of his deal this summer, and if his all-star level play continues, his market will be enormous. The growing interest in Reeves is a hot topic NBA insider Mark Stein discussed on his All-NBA podcast, saying there are already sharks in the water monitoring the situation. Definitely monitoring, which is that's a word that makes some people laugh, Stein said when asked if rival teams were circling. But yeah, a lot of people are monitoring. Stein went on to explain the financial landscape shaping up ahead of free agency. Again, the question will be, right now, there are teams projected to have cap space, Stein suggested. But as we know, this is an era of everyone doing extensions, teams making trades, trading for guys before the February deadline to use their cap space before they even wait to free agency. So, we're gonna have to see when we get to July 30th how much cap space is actually out there. At this point, there does project to be a handful of teams with space, whereas last summer we had none. Last summer, we had Brooklyn with space, and the Nets made it very clear that they weren't gonna use it. Despite the league's growing curiosity, Stein made one thing clear: both sides still want the partnership to continue. ESPN's Ramona Shelburne reveals new Lakers owners will take their time with changes. ESPN's Ramona Shelburne gives an inside look at the Los Angeles Lakers ownership transition as Mark Walter begins a new era with the legendary NBA franchise. TWG Global Chairman and CEO Mark Walter has recently finalized his record-breaking $10 billion acquisition of the Los Angeles Lakers, ushering in a new era for the franchise and ending the 46-year reign of the Buss family. With the winning tradition Walter has built with the LA Dodgers, his ownership of the Lakers comes with expectations to continue the long-established excellence of one of the NBA's most storied and iconic franchises. And many expect this changing of the guard to be difficult, especially since the Buss family has held majority ownership of the Lakers since 1979. However, ESPN's Ramona Shelburne is expecting a smooth transition of power from current Lakers governor Jeannie Buss to Walter, who she said will be taking an approach similar to what he took when he bought the Dodgers in 2012, patient and precise. "I think you're going to see them take their time in implementing some changes," Shelburne said. "But everything is going to be more addition rather than subtraction." Walter's approach to Lakers ownership. Although he is the majority owner, Walter, the CEO of Guggenheim Partners, will leave the daily operations of the organization to Buss as she retains her governor role for at least the next 5 years. The Buss family will keep a 15% minority ownership stake. For Shelburne, Walter acting as the alternate governor to Buss speaks to how much he values the latter's leadership and expertise. As a member of the Lakers front office, Buss has won 5 titles before winning another one in 2020 as controlling owner. However, this is not Walter's only basketball franchise, as he also owns a controlling interest in the Los Angeles Sparks of the WNBA. Co-owning the Sparks since 2014, Walter has been equipped with more than enough knowledge to oversee a basketball team. Although Mark has proven his mettle as a basketball owner, with the Sparks winning the WNBA title in 2016, Shelburne emphasized that he would not overhaul the system established by the Buss family, which has won the team 17 championships. That's very similar, actually, to what he did when he bought the Dodgers. He didn't come in and fire everybody. He didn't come in and start hiring all his new people, she said. He took his time learning the business, evaluating everyone who was there. Rob Pelinka and Andrew Friedman relationship. Another reason why Ramona thinks there will be a seamless transition is because of the existing ties Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka already has with Dodgers president Andrew Friedman. Pelinka could learn a lot from Friedman, who signed Japanese stars Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto to form a championship roster that would win the Dodgers 2 straight World Series titles. The Dodgers' 2025 roster was valued at over $500 million in salaries and luxury taxes, highlighting Friedman's expertise in signing high-profile players. Now, with Walter's acquisition, which began in June, Pelinka and the Lakers have access to Friedman's knowledge and the Dodgers' resources, which they can utilize to build a championship-caliber roster of their own. He, Pelinka, leans on him, Friedman, as a confidant, as somebody, as a sounding board. That relationship already exists, and it has existed all summer long as they were making free agent decisions, Shelburne said. I think you see a lot of connective tissue already between the two franchises. But it's going to be a nice melding as you go forward in the next couple of years. It is only fitting that the Lakers are undergoing an ownership change as their superstar, LeBron James, is poised to pass down the torch to Luka Doncic this year. Now, Walter, alongside Buss and Pelinka, aims to uphold the Lakers' decades of excellence while also forging a baseball dynasty with the Dodgers.